Dodgy builders have been at it again, and more decorating nightmares put right in Cowboy Trap at 11:30. First, back for a new series on BBC One, Robbed, Raided, Reunited.
We're on the case of a crime that affects over 1 in 50 homes. Burglary. Coming up.
I don't like the thought of someone being in my bedroom. I'm angry, very angry.
We're with the police in the pursuit of justice as they carry out their raids.
There's some laptops on bed. I think these are stolen property.
And we see how powerful it is when stolen goods get returned to their rightful owners.
My amazement at the money was still in there. Just amazing how after 7 years...
I'm just so pleased that you've found him.
It's the best day ever. I'm just so happy, I can't believe it.
44% of burglaries happen in broad daylight. Even when we're at home, we often forget to do the basics, like locking doors and windows behind us.
This is what happened in Peterborough when Parveen Ashraf returned home from a trip to Yorkshire.
I had the 3 children in the car and suitcases and bags and all the paraphernalia you have when you have 3 young children. As normal, put all my bags in the utility room. And my husband hadn't gone with us, I think he was working, so I thought, come in, said hello to him, and then I just sat and was chatting to him. And we just heard the door slam. And my husband said, it's one of the children. I said, no, the kids, they're playing in their rooms. And I walked over to the utility room and all my suitcases and everything was there. It was full of all my stuff. But I definitely saw the keys were jingling.
Parveen thought nothing more of it, but later that evening, she couldn't find her handbag anywhere.
Thought I'm just being haphazard and I put it somewhere. And then the realisation that somebody had stolen it. I felt ever so stupid, really. Stupid for being that trusting and embarrassed that it could happen to me. This is my home and I feel safe. And suddenly you go from feel safe to feeling a victim.
As well as feeling vulnerable, Parveen realised she'd lost some irreplaceable possessions as well.
For a woman, our lives are in our handbags. So pictures of my children, pictures of myself, my husband. But I think what really, really hurt was the fact that my husband didn't know there was about £250 in there because I didn't tell him because I was saving up for his birthday present. I would never carry £250 in cash on me.
She wanted to know if any of her neighbours had seen anything suspicious.
In the morning, I checked with my neighbourhood watch guy, Peter. He lives across the road, and I asked him if he'd seen anything, because he's quite sort of vigilant. And he said, well, we saw somebody go into your garage and ride off one of your bikes. He said, I thought it was your son. So he must have opened the door, got the bag, gone from the garage, and rode off. Just unbelievable.
Parveen and her neighbours were dismayed that a stranger had come into their close-knit community and helped himself to their goods. She never expected to see her handbag or precious photographs again. But fast forward 7 years, and council worker Ian Lilly was busy tidying up the local neighbourhood.
The shrubs, which were nearly as high as these trees and was overlapping the footpath by probably a metre. So we've come here with a chainsaw and reduced the shrubs to 1 metre in height. And as we did so, we uncovered a lot of rubbish, bottles, and in that area there was a bag.
Unsure who it belonged to, Ian knocked on a couple of doors before leaving the bag with Parveen's neighbour.
Peter walks over holding this little bag and I thought, oh, that's strange. That looks like my old bag. I remember being, no, it was silly. And he said, it's yours.
Unbelievably, Parveen's stolen handbag had been hiding just 300 yards from her front door for 7 years.
I opened the side wallet where the money should have been, and to my amazement, the money was still in there. Just amazing how after 7 years, everything that was stolen was in there. I was absolutely elated. I couldn't believe it.
Parveen finally gets the chance to say thank you to Ian.
How are you?
All right, thank you.
Oh, thank you so much
right.
for finding my bag and everything.
It was a nice surprise for both her and myself to actually gain some money back, plus all her possessions.
She's even brought him a homemade snack.
Brought you a little something?
All right, thank you.
Yeah. Onion bhajis. Will be all right?
Yes,
Give you
thank you.
substance for the
Yes.
day. I think even now, when I talk about it, I smile because it's an unbelievable story. I was absolutely made up, over the moon.